Hey guys, I'm back with another what's in my camera bag video, and this is the 2023 travel edition. So this is the setup I'll bring if I'm doing any traveling, vlogging and recording some cinematic shots. So it's quite complete to do anything that I need. So let's get started. The backpack is the same as last year's. It's the Wandrd PRVKE 31 liter. I've not found any other bag that best suits my need for camera gear and travel. And it's pretty much the same. We have the hero clip here. On the right side I have two tripods. One is for my Insta360 and the other one is just a Manfrotto tripod. I'll put all the names on the screen. This is very good for slightly bigger cameras. And if I'm not using any of these two tripods, sometimes I do keep my big design travel tripod here, or in some weird situation where I need all three tripods, I can even put this at the bottom. Okay, on the other side, it's just the quick access, and something new for this year is this, the Peak Design Capture Clip. I've known this product for quite some time. I think you see it on most of people's camera bags. But the reason I bought this towards the end of last year is because I had a camera on loan from Canon and I had my own camera to bring around, so I was thinking how would I carry two cameras around safely, and I was traveling alone. So I put the loan camera here and my Sony camera with my strap, and everything was good, although I did look like one of the most textbook looking tourists out there. Alright, let's jump straight into the bag. Some things have changed. I've changed my camera, my drone. Let's check it out. Okay, for this year, I've switched to the FX30. I still have the A7S III, it's the one I'm recording with right now, but it's a pretty expensive camera, and doing all this travel vlogging, holding the camera out in your hand, putting the camera in weird places, it's a bit scary in the case that it gets stolen or anything like that. You know, the lenses are expensive because it's bigger, so I thought I would try the FX30. Yes, I'm going back to APS-C, but it's just for vlogging and travel videos. So this is my FX30. I've not recorded anything on it yet. It just came last week if I'm not mistaken, and I have the Peak Design strap here. I alternate between this and the other one depending on my use case. Anyway, on this camera for vlogging, I bought the Sony 10-20 f4 power zoom. I absolutely love power zoom lenses ever since I used the 16-35 on my full frame, because the zoom is smooth, everything is done internally, you know, nothing extends, and generally it's a smaller size. So for vlogging, this is what I use. And I went for the FX30. I know it's a cinema camera and I'm just doing really random like vlogging stuff, but I really like the grey look of it, the really solid build of it. There's a fan, because you know sometimes when you're recording travel videos outside under the sun, things can get pretty hot. But yeah, I just really like the look of this, and ever since I saw the FX30, the full frame version of this, I knew I wanted that. But that camera is more expensive than the A7S III. Fun fact, there's a FX3 on top here recording. Loan camera from Sony. So yeah, that is my vlogging lens, and my microphone of choice is the ECM-B10. I have the ECM-B10. It's on top of the camera right now, and this is just the smaller version. I love this microphone so much. If you're using a Sony camera, consider the ECM-B10 or B10, because the audio is great for such a simple microphone, and it's using the multi-interface shoe, which means you don't have to worry about battery or cables. I used to use the wireless Rode system, but there's a bit of interference from time to time. So this mic, excellent. This just goes here, fits perfectly. So my other lens that I bring around with me to record more cinematic shots is the Sigma 18-50mm f2.8. This gives me an excellent reach, and f2.8 means I can record in slightly darker situations because as you remember, the 10 to 20mm from Sony is f4. But then again, when I think about it, I'm not recording movies, I'm just recording casual videos, and more often than not, I'm not recording in a completely black, pitch black place. So yeah, vlogging lens, cinematic-ish lens. And my drone of choice is the DJI Mini 3 Pro. I don't think there's much to say about this drone. Everyone highly recommends it. And why wouldn't you? It's super light. I have the larger battery version because I'm in Asia and there's not that strict of drone laws compared to United States or Canada or anywhere else. You can see that little red thing there, it's an ND filter. And I bought the more expensive version, the one with the DJI RC. The remotes that require you to connect your phone, they're okay, they're much smaller, but the whole process just takes too long. With this, I can get on much faster, and the slowness of setting up things is why I did not fly my drones that much in the past. Okay, the last camera, the Insta360 One X2. I bought this towards the middle of last year, and then like the next month the X3 came out. Thankfully, it's not much of an improvement for video capabilities, so I'm not too bothered. I'm still hurt, not too bothered. But yeah, with this camera, I don't use it that often, but it's nice when like walking through the market when I use this in Bali, and it just gives another perspective to the video. I just want to make my videos as interesting as possible, so talking videos, some slight cinematic shots with this, some aerial shots, and some 360 shots. Put this aside because there's more things at the bottom. This is an umbrella. I'm not going to open it like I did last year. And this is the Nitecore BlowerBaby. A bit weird, the name, but you know those squeezy things that you use for your camera lens, camera sensor and whatnot? Yeah, this replaces it, and this is electronic. Can you hear that? I think I can even reach the microphone from here. So this is nice because the wind is really strong. There's a filter here so that you don't accidentally blow more dust into your lens or sensor. It's compact, and I've used this to even dry myself when I got wet. So it's very functional. So that lives there with my 360 camera. Other than that, I have a power bank here. It's the same one that I've had for many years. Aukey 10,000 mAh with some custom stickers. Always gets people confused. I like it. And on this side is just some random little things. There is another section at the side here, the quick access pocket, where I keep an extra memory card. I'm not the type that needs like 300 memory cards per trip. But you know, I'm a very simple person. And an AirTag. Very important things. Next is the battery, the Sony batteries, the NP-FZ100. These batteries are excellent. I rarely ever have to switch batteries in a day. Maybe once or twice, but it's good to always have it. And here is just a shopping bag. You'll be surprised how often I have to reach out for that when buying things. Okay, let's quickly look at the top before we get to this section. So here, can you see this? I'll have to hold it up like this. In this compartment, I keep a lightning to USB and a lightning to USB-C and a USB-C to USB-C. This goes hand in hand with the power bank. I have a wall plug, but we'll check that out in a bit. Close this before I forget. And on this side, I reserve it for ND filters. Speaking of that, this is not supposed to be here. I put ND filters. All my lenses have ND filters already installed, and the situations where I don't need the ND filter, I'll keep it here. If not, it'll stay on my lens. On this side, it's just some really random stuff such as pens, Sharpie, and a Starbucks straw. At the top here, is a tablet compartment. I don't bring a tablet around. Sometimes I keep some documents inside here. And lastly, at the top here is a laptop compartment. My laptop is here. It's the, wait, before I get to this, the reason it's not in the bag is, you see when I open this, there's been a time where my laptop nearly slid off the table. So I thought about that first. Anyway, this is the 14-inch M1 Pro base model. Absolutely love it. I cannot wait to upgrade to the M2 Pro because I want to put in more memory in this. 16 gigabytes is fine, but I think I want to go for 32. The reason you see this sticker here is because I got the screen replaced. There was a dead pixel. Anyway, great laptop. I have the MOFT laptop stand at the bottom here so that I can always have an ergonomic viewing position wherever I am. So that is this side. Now let's look at this side. I tried to keep this compartment relatively empty. There's just a tech pouch. We'll look at that in a bit. I generally keep this place empty because this bag is for traveling, and when you're traveling, sometimes you buy stuff, you keep food, jackets and whatnot. So I always have this place ready to accommodate more items. That's the reason why I bought this bag compared to a traditional camera bag. In the past, I think I've told you this story before, I was in Bangkok, I brought a traditional, you know, those fixed size camera bags, and when I started buying stuff at the night market, I had nowhere to put it. So my hands are full, I can't record videos, it's just not a nice experience. So with this, the expandable roll top, I can keep pretty much everything in here. So this is the Wandrd tech pouch. I can't remember the size. Like I said, I'll put everything on screen. And the reason that I like this bag is that, you know, it's a nice size. You can convert it into a fanny pack, you know, that's quite cool. Or you can hang it at the back of your bag on the outer side, if that makes sense. I'll show it later. But yeah, so very functional, a lot of use cases, and it keeps all my tech organized. So let's have a look. Here is what is this? It's a UGREEN 100 watt GaN charger. Really helpful when charging a lot of things. 100 watts because I have the MacBook Pro and, you know, a couple other high powered devices. This has 3 USB-C because that's the future right now, and 1 USB-A. Next is an Aputure MC light. I pretty much use it in hotel rooms because hotel rooms are notoriously very dimly lit. But yeah, I hope to use this in more situations like light paintings or whatnot, or vlogging in slightly darker places. This is another reusable bag, but this is a drawstring type of bag, so if I wanted like a very light carry for that day. This is the cable to my external drive. This is a custom M.2 drive, so it's much faster than your SSDs or hard disks. I will just offload media to this drive every night just to keep an extra copy. This does not have a Rode Wireless Go anymore, I sold it off, but this does hold a simple lavalier in case I needed to capture some voiceovers or something like that. And at the back here I have this crazy cable from Baseus. It's a USB-A or USB-C to micro USB, USB-C and lightning. So one cable to rule them all, literally. On this side I have some extra DJI Mini 3 Pro propellers. Never crashed it yet, thankfully. And on this side I have the Maco Go Apple Watch charger, thumb drive. You'll be surprised how often you need this during travel when there's no internet to transfer things around. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, let me pack everything back and then we'll do some closing thoughts. Alright, I'm back. So like I said just now about this tech pouch, you can mount it. You can see there's a couple mounting points here, and you can either put it here. This is good because it keeps the bag fairly balanced, but the best place or the place I've seen the most people use is up here, because it keeps the bag generally the same size compared to when you put it here and there's like a big belly on the back. And other than that, I have these straps where I can put it this way, this way, this way, or under here, so I can put the tripod at the bottom, keep a jacket, or I don't know, strap a baby to the back. But yeah guys, that is it for my 2023 travel camera bag setup. I'm really happy with what has, you know, progressed throughout the years. I think I have the perfect setup to record anything and everything that I need on the road. So that's it for this video. If you're interested in anything that I spoke about, I'll put all the links below, or if you need further explanations why I bought this, what is better, is this worse, just drop me a comment below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye!